So let's get started. Thank you for calling in. We are going to go through, welcome to the QualityEngineer.ai. They're the platform that we're going to show today is the blueprint intelligence. So we're ingesting of blueprints, and with the point being, we're enabling loading a drawing into the system and taking it from a drawing that you upload and getting it to inspection forms that your quality staff interact with through the inspection portal. So I'm going to be showing that. We'll be going through it. But the one thing I want to start off with is that Pat, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Sure. I'm Pat Crouse. I have worked in various quality-related and reliability-related roles for Intel Corporation for multiple decades. And more recently, I have been doing software engineering, including AI development for various companies before starting this initiative that we've got here.
Yeah, and I'm Dan Crouse. I founded this. I'm been in the quality world for quite a while, and Pat and I work together. Conceptually, this is something that we both wanted to put together for some time, and in the past 6 months, we managed to bring it to market and are really excited about it. One thing that Pat is working on right now is our engagement with SOC 2 compliance. If you're not familiar with what that is, ask your IT department. The reality is that sites like that offer these kinds of services are popping up all over the place. But we need to focus on integrity and data security. That's very important for us. We're asking our customers to load up their most sensitive data, which is drawings and their customers' IP. So to allow for that, we are working on getting our SOC 2 compliance. What that basically tells our clients is that we take data security very seriously, and we're not compromising the information that you put on our services. And so, Pat, do you want to say a quick word about our engagement with Vanta and the SOC 2 compliance?
Yes, so we're actively engaged with Vanta now to help achieve our SOC 2 certification, and that is forthcoming.
Yep. So that said, I want to get into the system a little bit and show the process of loading up a drawing. We're working on this now. What I'm going to be showing is the legacy model that exists on the site, and I'm releasing a new version of this in the next maybe week. And what the new version will allow is just better overall accuracy. So when you come to the site and you get into your dashboard, under the quality section is the parts library. This is where you load up drawings by creating a new part. You can either do batch uploads or an individual part. We'll start with just one individual part. You can type all of this in yourself, or it actually does feature extraction on its own. So we're going to select the wheel hub, the famous wheel hub drawing that I'm sure folks have seen in drafting classes. What happens here is this process takes the drawing and puts it through a few computer vision systems models that we created to do feature extraction. It will read the title block and recognize the kind of drawing that it's looking at. It will extract drawing notes, material type, and then it'll send it to another model that extracts all of the tolerances. There are specialized models that we've built in for weldment and surface finish and a few other edge case specialty drawing notes, where it will recognize those features. This takes maybe 60 to 90 seconds to do the full feature extraction. this is one of the things that I mentioned, that in a week, the accuracy of this process will be vastly improved. So it, it works now, but I would argue that it works at maybe an 80%, 85% accuracy. So it extracted the part number for us, the part name. We're going to change this part number because this already exists in our system. So we're going to give it a new name. And it extracted the revision level too. So we're going to create the part. And this is what everything that it extracted from the drawing. I think it said 23 features, and it does extract the GD&T from the drawing. Now, what we're going to take a look at, in one of the previous webinars, we talked about creating all of the documents associated with a part, and those are, we haven't done that here. We're going to go straight to the drawing, and it's doing another step of analysis on the drawing. What is coming is an automatic ballooning of the drawing. I don't have that feature enabled just yet because I want to get to a higher level of accuracy before we release this to the public. Right now, it's creating more noise than it's not. So the automatic balloon generation is actually disabled. So when we get to the point where we are doing it accurately, all of the features will be automatically ballooned for you. But what we did do is create a manual mode for our users. So you have your standard dimensional tolerances, GD&T, weldment, surface finish, and notes. And you can, as simple as just clicking on the feature and typing in the nominal. And there you go. There's your balloon. We'll create one more. 0. And the ballooning your drawing is quite literally that straightforward. And you can export it as a PDF if you like, with the data grid or with just the balloons. That process ends up that's what this looks like when you export a balloon to drawing. So you could send this along if you're doing a PPAP or something like that. So back to this page. Now, I'm going to go to a previous version of this part that has more features defined. Oh, let me pick a different part here. This one. This is what I was looking for. So this one has 9 balloons that I defined individually, and you can edit any of these. So you click on it and you can change any of the features in here. The details give you more options. There's a lot of attributes associated with these. You can define a balloon as an SC, a CC, or a KC. So we'll make one a CC, and we'll make this an SC. Safety critical and quality critical, stuff like that. So exit. So now it flags those as SCs and customers characteristic. So, or critical characteristic and safety critical. So what you can do then is turn this directly into an inspection form. That's what this generate form lets you do. There's a few options here that when you are using the system, you'll become deeply familiar with. about if you want to maintain only the balloon features or if you want all of the characteristics from that previous. When we ingested the drawing, it populated a big list of the 23 different features. If you want all of those features and our balloons, you uncheck this, and now it's not just the 9 features, it'll be the 23 plus 9. But we only want the balloons for now, so generate form. And what that did, it created this form for us. So now we have all of these characteristics that will be used as an inspection point. You have your tolerance, your upper and lowers, and you can rename this if you want to give it a characteristic name. Identify the gauges with the gauge ID and the gauge name. And the important thing here is you can change the frequency, or you can change the frequency, sure, but also the sampling plan. So right now it's set to just a default of 5 parts for inspection. But say, for example, we need to check 100% of the thread. You can change the sampling plan to 100% inspection. And now when that feature hits inspection, instead of the 5 pieces, it'll be looking for 100% of the lot. So when you're ready, you can click publish to the portal, and it'll push this inspection form to the portal. So what I'm going to do really quick is log off, and we'll log in as a inspector. One thing is you can create inspectors in the settings menu and go to team, and this is where you can add folks as specific inspectors. Right now, I have this sales at Quality Engineer as my inspector. So we're going to log in as that, and I will show you the quality inspection portal. Oh, yeah. Sales. All right. So now we're logged in as sales QualityEngineering.ai, and we're going to start an inspection. So this part that we just created, and we're going to go to this previous form here, and that was the wrong form. So since we have some features that are based on the percentage sampling, it asks us for the lot size of the inspection. So we'll type in, say, 100 parts, and we'll give it a lot number, lot 1, 2, 3. And here you go. So this is the full inspection. You'll notice that each of these features has 5 inspection points that for the features that had the n equals 5 sampling plan. But for the threaded hole that we put 100%, it has the lot size. So in addition to that, if you work in a world that has serialized production, this populates the serial numbers and will maintain it into the system. So 2, 3, 5. Let me fill in just a few of these really quick. Dash 1, 2, 3, 6. So now that we entered a few serial numbers, if you go up and down, you'll see that those serial numbers populated into the data entry as well. Okay. So now we can fill in numbers, and this would be what's typically being done by your quality inspector. If you notice, we're in feature number 1, and the balloon number 1 is being highlighted and glowing. So you can type in your data, and if you type in something that is out of tolerance, it will let you know. It will let you know right away that's out of tolerance. And anything that's in tolerance, it'll just mark it as green. And so your inspectors will go through and fill in the data. The interesting thing about where this page is headed is we're creating webhooks and also an app for loading data. Webhooks will allow you to connect your CMMs or any device that outputs data can potentially just send data directly to the site, and we can manage that. So that's coming. And one feature that Pat is helping me with, we're going to create an app where you could just write the inspection data on a napkin and take a picture of it, and it will OCR, character recognize the handwritten data and load it into the form as well. We're working on that, but we'll have multiple ways of getting information into the system. Right now, this is the main one. So, all right. Then we're going to skip inputting 140 data points. So let me log out and log back in as the site admin. And we're going to go back to that part. So once you have the data in the system, it will show up. If you come to your part, it says one record. That means one of the inspection records had been submitted. So you can come in here to that and look at your, we'll get to this. You can look at your data collection. I didn't put a lot number. That's why it says no lot number. But this explains that there were 45 measurements and 40 passes. There were actually a handful of edge cases, and that's why it doesn't say 45. But you can email this to your customer or whoever by just entering in this information, and it will automatically email a PDF. But if you want an Excel export as well, you can enable that. That's how you would send inspection data to your customer. And then if you want to look at specific data, you're able to look at any of the features here. Right now, it just gives you all of the data. But in the future, you'll be able to set specific lot numbers or date bookends to the data. But all of your process capabilities will be available here. Now, that I believe wraps it up. That's end to end from loading up a drawing to creating the inspection form, filling out the inspection form, and then reviewing the data. So that really sort of wraps up this feature set. Does anyone have any questions? The one thing that we're working on now, Pat and I, is improving the feature extraction of drawings. So right now, it is possible to just send a drawing to a language model provider like Claude or like Anthropic or OpenAI, and it will give you some fairly inaccurate feedback about feature extractions. What we're creating is something different that actually uses more old school computer vision to do some analysis on the drawings, and it has much better accuracy than the language models do today. So what we're actually able to do is marry the two to get the best out of both. And that's what we're going to be releasing the next week or so. This site, QualityEngineering.ai, actually is a step function above the capabilities of what is out there right now. And we're excited to see the new version of it get rolled out. But that's not to say that, the manual balloon drawing creation is something that really we're targeting and trying to be best in class when it comes to balloon drawing, because I know just how painful that process has been in the past. It's really not the easiest thing to do. I mean, even it's 2026 and people are still doing this in like PowerPoint, using them to create ballooned drawings. This is a much better approach and creates that relationship of a feature to the drawing and then to the upstream inspection points. So, and it helps you establish the process capabilities for data analysis further on. So, that said, if anybody has any questions, I'd love to hear. Let me check the questions, the Q&As. Pat, while the questions are loading, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
No, I think this is impressive, and I'm excited for the optimized model that combines both LLM optimization as well as more traditional CNN optimizations as well. So it's going to be a big step up in accuracy.
Great.
Yeah, Daniel, this looks very interesting. Sorry, I came a little bit late, but I work as a quality development engineer in a manufacturing industry.
Great.
Plastic injection molding plastic, decorated, like painted, plated.
Sure.
And I lead the DVPNR, PFMEA, and control plan.
Oh, great.
So
Great.
this looked very, very, very interesting to me.
Hey,
regarding the blueprint, can you link this with the CMM? So we usually have a CMM department when I do the bubble printing manually, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever special characteristic needs to be CMM. Otherwise, we measured by hand with a caliper, and they just follow the bubble print.
Yeah.
So this could at least
Yeah,
take that step out.
absolutely. And that's exactly what I mean about the webhooks. So your CMM is able to, when it has data, so I'm imagining that you're probably measuring one part at a time, right?
Yeah, it's a hand scanner, like
Oh,
laser.
okay. So yeah, so you're hand scanning these and you're creating one report at a time. What that software is capable of doing is pushing its data. So if you gave it the link to our webhook, it would push that data directly to the site. So you would have this, the website here, we would have a token that you would give to your CMM software, and it would push results directly here. Yeah. What can you send me an email, Dan@QualityEngineer.ai, and we'll get connected.
Yeah.
And knowing that you do DFEMAs and PFEMAs and that kind of stuff, we support that here on the site as well. Send me an email, and I'm excited about this because
honestly, I'm more because doing PFMEA and control plan takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And when I saw the video there was on the website, I was like, damn, this is kind of
right.
Actually what we need, because our director of quality now, she's asking for a separate control plane and and PFMEA for each part. We have a bunch of parts. I don't understand why. Usually it's a standard one for everything and you just put in there, but she's kind of freaking out. Maybe people go in there and delete and maybe they add something that. So
yeah. And trust me, I've been there too. And the thing about it is that the process FEMA part to part doesn't really change all that much. There's there's only a handful of features that change on a process FEMA, especially in an injection place, right? So your process FEMA is very much boilerplate, and that's exactly what this site allows you to do. It will generate organizational knowledge in the background so that it knows that across the board your process FEMAs look like this. So when you load a drawing that's very similar to drawings you've already loaded up, it's going to help you create that process schema. Instead of spending all day on it, it's going to recognize that it's very similar to what you've done in the past. It will ask you what differences are related to the processing. And if there are none, it'll just populate the process schema with what you've already given it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep. Send me an email. Let's connect. And I'm excited. This allows significant efficiency gains. Significant.
Absolutely, I agree.
That's cool.
One of the main objectives of the site is to remove the tedium and allow engineers to get back to actually solving quality problems as opposed to completing a bunch of paperwork.
Exactly. I want engineers out on the floor, not with their nose buried in an Excel file, right?
That's true.
Yeah. And the one thing that we'll get to on the next webinar that I'm very excited about is the CAPA, the corrective action one, because now we have your control plan, we have your process FEMA in the system. So when there's an issue and you do root cause and corrective action, now you can, all of those documents are sitting there and can be directly updated by what you're feeding the CAPA system. Not manually, like the system will ask you, hey, this is in your control plan and we got this feedback from the corrective action. Should we go back and redo the control plan? Our system enables that live link. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, and it'll, if say you have families of parts loaded, it'll recognize, hey, I need to go in and update the control plan for all of these parts, not just one. So,
And so how this works? For example, can I just go in the app and start like exploring by myself, start downloading a print, and then
sure.
follow up?
So come to the site and sign up.
Okay.
And what you'll see, there are tiers, but if you start off with a free trial,
Okay.
a free account, you'll have some access. But send me an email and I can hook you up with some priority access so you can really kick the tires and play around with it. I'd like to see I'd like to see what you have to say about this. So sign up and then send me an email. And yeah, just come to the site and play around with it. And Pat and I are actively building. We have a few customers that send us multiple emails a day on features they would like to see added to the site, and it keeps me up at night. I will be coding late into the night to be adding features for our customers. So yeah, sign up for an account. You just come to the page, and if you log out, it'll ask you, don't have an account, sign up here.
Okay.
Yeah, create an
So
account.
what was again your email, Daniel?
Just Dan at QualityEngineer.ai.
Dan at quality. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I really we're in the middle of building some pretty the CAPA module is really best in class now. I have no reservations in saying that it's best in class. And I'm excited to see people engage and use it because yeah, right here's my email. Because this will give you so much time back, you know? You don't
You
have to
guys
be.
are in Wisconsin? Nice.
Yeah. Where are
I'm
you?
in Minnesota.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes, I'm in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Um, any other? Have you got any other? Nice meeting you, by the way.
Yeah, nice to meet you, and thank you so much. I'm very excited and looking forward, and we'll be in touch. I would
Thank
like
you.
to explore this, and thank you
Sure.
for your effort.
Oh, not a
I
problem.
think this helps a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's great feedback. Baton, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Any questions?
Hi, Daniel.
Hello.
This is Batuan from I'm from Turkey, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, working for a company that manufactures aircraft engine parts and working as a quality engineer for 9 years.
Yeah.
And this is very similar stuff what we are doing, and it's
Great.
very exciting what you are doing there. I mean, congrats.
Thank you.
From my side. Yeah, do you have any GE background? Because we are working with GE aerospace drawings, and these stuff are very similar
Yeah.
to what we are doing.
So I do have a little bit of background with GE Transportation and GE Aerospace, sort of, but it was more defense. Back when I was working with GE Aerospace, it was in the contract electronics. And with the other, I worked with GE Transportation briefly, and that's where I got baptized in GE's MSA and gauge R&R studies. So when we get to it, gauge R&Rs and MSAs and the calibration process, we have a calibration platform built into the site. And that's one thing that when we talk about pricing, this site does so much. Imagine your stat package, your calibration package, your project lifecycle management stuff. This site replaces all of that, and it's a single platform for everything. So one of them, and you bring up the GE, is MSAs, and I directly learned that from GE. So I'm excited to build that into the site. Looking forward to it. Glad to have you. And aerospace, AS9100 is something we're building. We recognize that the different industries are held to different standards, and we're trying to make sure that we cover all of the specifics of the edge cases of all of those standards.
Yeah, that's great. You should check RM specs, you know.
You're right.
RM 13100.
Yeah.
And also, I missed that, but do you have this project only on site, or do you plan to have an app for that?
We're working on an app, and one thing the app will let us do is data entry. Pat can talk more about. We're very early in the conceptualization of an app, but that is coming. And
Well,
one
now
thing,
wait, let's clarify. Do you mean a companion app for things like mobile and handheld devices, or do you mean something else?
I mean, as a computer program, because you know, these companies working with highly sensitive information and do not want to share this information like blueprints
Okay, so
with a
you're
site.
wondering if we have like on-premise kind of deployable software for you as opposed to a web application?
That's right.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that
that's
would be
something
very
we'll have
helpful.
to.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, that is something that can very easily be enabled, and we can handle that in a couple of different ways. We can either have dedicated cloud infrastructure allocated specifically and only for you and your company, or we can look into actually building out deployable software that you deploy on your own infrastructure. So that everything remains in-house.
That's
yes. The second option is what I'm asking.
Yeah, Tan, are you talking about like ITAR compliant?
Not ITAR, but
But similar.
yeah,
Um,
sharing these
yeah,
blueprints or sensitive information is
yeah,
forbidden most of the time. I mean,
yeah.
require licenses, and
We can
so
let's talk about that. We definitely can do what they call on-prem a software. Um,
Yeah.
uh, because I
yeah,
mean
maybe maybe we can run this program on our servers, but
sure,
not sharing any data outside of this company.
right. Um, yes, we could certainly figure something out. This has been built as a cloud-based SaaS software as a service. But if you require an on-prem application, we can certainly figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I am not in a position to
Right.
uh, uh, um, create an app purchase order or something. I'm just a quality engineer, but what I'm
Right.
saying is if you can do that, there is huge potential for this
Sure.
system. And I'm sure most of the companies will be interested in.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. And that does sort of take us back to what I said at the very beginning about our SOC 2 compliance. We take data security very seriously, and we are building this site out in a responsible way that data security and business continuity is at the foundation of what we build. So that SOC 2 compliance will be sort of our ISO 9000 or AS 9100 certification that really shows that we take this seriously. So when you talk about on-prem kind of applications, we can move in that direction as well. That's a topic that you and I will have to conceptualize is
Yeah.
yeah.
I completely agree. And just to add on to what Dan mentioned, we're doing this to meet the needs of our customers. So we are going to let the customers dictate some of the path that this moves forward. So if that's the solution that's required, then that's the direction we'll head. So
Yep.
Yeah,
Great.
that's great. I'll send an email to Dan, and maybe we will be in contact about what we can do about that.
Sure.
fantastic.
I appreciate you guys calling in. Thank you
Great.
very much. Anything else?
Yeah, great. Thank you. And will you be continuing your presentation, or will you cover MSA and PFMEA stuff?
The MSAs and gauge R&Rs is something that I'm currently I have that, but it's not as integrated into the site as I would like.
But we're going to have ongoing series of webinars
Yeah.
to highlight the new features as we get them production ready, basically. So this will be an ongoing series of webinars that we're hosting.
The next webinar
Yeah,
is going to be related to CAPAs, and I'm really excited about that one because it really sort of highlights what we're capable of doing with the AI engagement. But with the on-prem stuff, you may not want the AI stuff. You may just want the connected forms and tools. But to speak, we do have a fully featured stat pack. So this completely replaces some of the marginally useful statistics packages that you've used in the past, one of which is gauge R&Rs. So this has been built into the site, but I want this more integrated. So right now, we have a calibration interface, but what I want the calibration interface to do is to automatically integrate the gauge R&Rs and MSAs directly in the calibration software here. And once we have that more rounded out, I'm going to have a webinar based on that.
Okay, sounds exciting.
Great.
When is the next webinar for the CAPA?
It will have another one in 2 weeks.
Perfect. Do we need to sign anywhere, or we're gonna have automatic email, or no?
So go to the site and sign up for an account, and
Okay.
the site
They're
will
gonna
send
pop
all.
up there. Okay,
Yeah, the site will send everybody an email.
sounds good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the CAPA one. The CAPA one will be fun because you know how painful CAPAs can be. And
sure.
we're trying to make it a little less painful by giving everybody their own facilitator and coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Imagine having a Six Sigma black belt that walks you through your root cause analysis. That's essentially what we're giving everyone.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
It's interesting from the perspective of, a lot of people have some resistance with AI integration, and they think that the people using tools like that will have this layer of abstraction over the actual work and then lose their deeper connection to it and lose expertise over time. We actually are trying to enable the exact opposite of that scenario, where you have this expertise available to interact, question, and gain knowledge from while you go through this process, and you actually end up like with the best kind of trainer as you go through this process. It not only removes the tedium, it helps educate your staff that are using the tools
Exactly.
in terms of best practices and why we're doing the things that we're doing. It's a lot less black box and a lot more, here's why this needs to happen, and here's how to make it as smooth and seamless as possible.
Great. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
yeah, thank you so much, Daniel. I will shoot the text and we can chat privately about if I have anything. I will try that to do it by myself, but
Sure.
I think
Absolutely.
I will do your support.
Send me any questions you have, and glad to help. Glad to help.
Thank you
too,
so
Tom.
much, guys. Have a great
Thank you.
day. Bye.
Great presentation, great work. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Patrick, and have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
It was
Thank
wonderful
you.
meeting you guys.
Good
Have a good day.
afternoon. Bye.
Bye.